So I'm glad that all of y'all are here. Thank you for the hashtag lives and the hashtag replay in the comments below. I'm so happy to see y'all today. So welcome everybody. This is definitely the training for you today if you feel like you just don't have enough time. Let's be real for a second. Like, how many of you, as you're watching this, you're listening to me, whether live or on the replay, you're like, you know what? I give up. I don't know if weight loss is going to be a thing, a reality for me anytime soon because I just can't seem to find the time. The beautiful thing that you're going to learn today, and Amanda is living proof, is that you don't need a lot of time. And everybody has 15 minutes. Everybody can carve out 15, 20 minutes, maybe 30 minutes at the most every day, every other day. And that's the reality. And let me just say this, but some of you are wasting a lot of time on scrolling mindlessly on social media, binge watching unnecessary reality TV that literally like dumbs you down by the second and the minute. There's also the fact and the reality that a lot of us do have little pocket of opportunity, and we waste time here, there, and everywhere. And when you kind of take inventory of your time, you're like, oh, I do have 20 minutes. I do have 30 minutes. So that's a side note there. But this is definitely the training for you if you feel like even when you're consistent with your workouts and whatever it is that you do, that the scale doesn't really move. You're not really seeing significant results. There's not much dropping or anything like that. And certainly not losing 10 pounds in 30 days. So this is for you. If you are kind of at that point in your life where you're like, I'm not cutting carbs anymore. I ain't doing it. I'm not interested in no more fad diets. No more. Don't want to do that. And I'm not about to walk around deprived and missing out on the foods that I want to eat. This training is definitely for you. So let's dive right into it. So one of the big hurdles with Amanda, when we first kind of connected and she started to get introduced to the work that I do in my world and saw the wins from my other clients and the testimonials and the before and afters and all that good stuff, was very much a mindset block and hurdle. And maybe some of you here today, you recognize that in yourself too. And you don't have to identify publicly, that's fine. But if you recognize it, I'm really calling and urging you to make sure that you're overcoming this, because otherwise it can hold you back for a long time. But she'd say things like, this works for other people, but there's no way that it's going to work for me, right? Maybe weight loss is just meant to be something that is strenuous, that is hard, that is complicated, and that is really slow. Like, how many of you have convinced yourselves at some point on this journey that successful weight loss is going to be hard, is going to be tedious, it's going to be strenuous, it's going to consume so many hours of your day and week, and it's going to be slow? Because these myths are being slapped around all the time. Like, oh yeah, successful weight loss is slow. Progress is slow. And it's like, not really. Amanda literally took an entire year. It took Amanda an entire year to lose just 25 pounds when she was working with another trainer before. And she literally had gotten into, hey Danielle, she had gotten into the mindset and the attitude that, well, if it took me an entire year to lose 25 pounds, then just that's kind of how it's supposed to be. Anybody can relate to that? Hey Danielle, glad to see you live. Were you like, maybe weight loss is just meant to be slow, right? Because in Amanda's case, a whole year to lose 25 pounds, and I don't want to minimize, because 25 pounds, weighing 25 pounds less is great. But no way, shape, or form should it take anybody a whole year to lose 25 pounds when 25 pounds is something that you can sustainably, realistically, and manageably lose within 90 days. I hope that sunk in, y'all. Because too many of you are sitting on this journey like, oh, well, it took me 6 months to lose 10 pounds and that's just how it is. No, that's absolutely not how it needs to be, right? My clients find themselves doing things that are way more simple and way easier and way more time friendly, and they end up losing way more weight than what I'm seeing other folks do out here, right? So when she came to me, that was her thought process. Like, this works for other people, it's not gonna work for me. She had tried everything up under the sun, and I mean everything. And the results were either not there or just extremely slow, right? So she kind of got to that point where she was just complacent and said, you know what, I'm just going to be content with what's going on, because I don't think that there's something that's going to work better for me, basically. So I got before and after pictures. I want to make sure, because y'all, if Y'all know me. You see me live before. You heard me talk before. Or if you're brand new to me, whichever case may be, when I show up live, one thing's going to be for sure is that I'm always coming armed with receipts. Right, Danielle? Y'all know how I do. I'm always coming with receipts. So this is Amanda. Amanda, 30 days. Day 1 to day 30, right? And you can see the significance in her transformation. Literally, it's insane. She already dropped a size clothes and everything. And she's feeling so much better, so much more confident. She has way more energy. And the confidence, there's the confidence like physically, but there's a confidence that you start to feel when you're like, ooh, I found something that works for me. It works fast, but it's simple, so simple that I'm like, oh my gosh, how is this possible? And then I look at my pictures and I'm like, wow, in 30 days. If y'all didn't see that, but I did an interview with Amanda, and there's a snippet of it that I shared as a reel where you literally hear her say, I was like, where she says, I was thinking that this is just too good to be true. This is just too easy. There's no way that I'm gonna step on the scale and that I would have lost weight. And I kept telling her, don't weigh yourself too soon, but weigh yourself every 30 days, like I'm telling you to do. You on your weigh-in day and your picture day. Trust me, trust the process. When you step on that scale, you're gonna see that number go down. And she kept saying, there's just no way. This is just way too simple. This is just way too like common sense, self-explanatory, second nature, and sustainable. No way I lost weight. And she stepped on the scale and she was like, Coach, how is that possible? Like, how is that possible? And Danielle's in the comments saying, yup, because Danielle knows. And Danielle, I'm gonna have to do a testimonial about you too, by the way. It's definitely in the works. But so that gave her even more confidence in believing in her ability to get it done, believing in the process, believing in the plan and the blueprint that I created for her and put in front of her. And she's like, oh, I can do this. I am doing this. And oh my God, yeah, it feels really simple and self-explanatory, but better yet, it works. Now, what has Amanda thought now, if you've been listening to the story? Obviously, oh my God, why did I wait so long to sign up with Coach Anna? It took me a whole 12 months to lose 25 pounds. And here I am, I sign up with Coach, and in the first 30 days, I'm down another 10 pounds. Y'all, she was struggling for a whole year just to get those 25 pounds off, right? So moral of the story here is, please get over this limiting belief that holds so many of you back, that weight loss has to be hard. It has to be complicated. It has to take so much time out of your day and your week, right? It's taking so much energy out of you. It is normal that it takes you years to lose 50 pounds. No, it's not. When you are doing the right things that is honoring your lifestyle, your schedule, your body type, you're doing the things that make sense for who you are, the weight comes off 8 to 10 pounds per month. That is normal pace when you are doing the right things by you, right? So I really want to make sure that this is sinking in with y'all. Like, if you don't learn nothing else from me, at least have that liberate you and free you from the myths out here, right? So the next thing, so we talked about the mindset struggle, right? And so that was a really big one for her with these limiting beliefs. But then the second thing that she was really struggling with was with the workout piece. And what she kept saying is, I just don't have time to work out 45 to 60 minutes anymore. So backtrack, when she was working with this other coach and trainer, that trainer slash coach was making her do 45 minute to 60 minute weightlifting sessions. And she followed the process because she thought, okay, that's what I'm supposed to do. That's just how it's going to be, blah, blah, blah. But over months of doing that, she became more and more frustrated because think about this. Investing 45 to 60 minutes into a workout and the scale is barely going down or not moving at all for months at a time, wouldn't you become frustrated? I think that's human nature, right? Somebody drop me some fire in the comments below if this is hitting home. Have you ever been in that place where you're like, I'm investing way too much time. I'm doing way too much to step on the scale and see nothing happen. To put on my clothes and they fit the same. To still be struggling buttoning up my jeans. To still have to wear the Spanx and everything else underneath my dress. And I'm putting in all this time and energy into these workouts? No. And that's kind of where Amanda was at. So when she came to me, she was like, I just don't have the energy. I don't have the space. I don't have the time. This is what I used to do with this other coach previously. But Amanda, she's working 2 jobs. She's working crazy hours. And she was like, I have zero extra energy. And that approach is just not realistic for me, right? But so doing that, eventually she burned out. And then guess what she did? Well, she just stopped working out altogether, right? So once she fell off, she quit, she got burned out. She just stopped working out altogether and became very sedentary because both of her jobs basically require a whole lot of computer time, a whole lot of desk time, right? So when she came to me, I looked at her lifestyle and her schedule, and I'm like, well, if you're working 2 jobs, if you got this crazy schedule going on, all those hours that you're working, right? You said that your energy is not good, your bandwidth is limited, the space to do more is just not really there. We're not going to sit here and add more to your plate and stress you out even more. Your stress levels are high enough. So what did we do? And she was really skeptical too, which if you're hearing this, you're probably going to think that too. But I was like, all I need for you to commit to in order to get you significant results, the results that you want, is that you commit to four workouts a week, and your workouts are only going to be 15 minutes long. 4 days a week, 15 minutes per workout on those 4 days. And she looked at me like I was crazy, because we were actually on Zoom, her and I. Is that Dana dropping me hearts? I think that was Dana. Hey, Dana. And we were on Zoom actually, like face to face on camera, or whatever, when we had this conversation. And she looked at me crazy, like that sounds great, 15-minute workouts, but I've just never heard of anybody say like that I could just work out for 15 minutes and get amazing results, right? So if you're listening to this and you're like, oh my gosh, there's no way. Well, I just showed you the 30-day transformation from Amanda. And understand that this is from 4 days a week, working out 4 days a week for 15 minutes each workout. So if you're watching this, you're listening to this, and you're the type of person that's been in the gym every single day, you're doing 60-minute YouTube workouts, you're walking miles on miles on miles, you're doing all kinds of cardio, you're going to everybody's Zumba class, you got a Peloton in your bedroom, and you're on the Peloton too, and you're not dropping 8 to 10 pounds per month consistently, I'm just here to tell you that you are better off dialing it back and doing a whole lot less, more intentionally, and you will end up losing more weight. So doing more and that obsession with more hours, more minutes, more time into your workouts, for most women, it actually hurts you. It slows down your metabolism, and you don't get the results that you're looking for. Does that make sense, y'all? Yes? All right. So that killed the whole, I just don't have time to work out. I just don't have the 45, 60 minutes to work out. I said, problem solved. You do 4 days a week, 15-minute workouts. And if you're asking what types of workouts, which I'm glad you're asking and you're thinking this, is literally from the comfort of her own living room, resistance bands and dumbbells. So you don't need a gym membership. You don't need expensive workout equipment. You don't need to have a Stairmaster in your garage. You don't need to go pay $2,000 to go get yourself a Peloton. You don't need a squat rack, right? All those things are cute, but at the end of the day, none of it is necessary. And Garcia is on here. Y'all can ask her too. She'll vouch for it, because Garcia was at home too doing some of my workouts with dumbbells and resistance bands, right? That's it. Danielle said the workouts are short, but all caps, effective. Let's go. Effective. And this matters because all of the women that I'm coaching and working with, and all of you here, right? You got kids, you got careers, you going to college at night, you working on a certification. Some of y'all, you're trying to launch a business on the side. So you got a full-time job and you're launching a business too, right? Or you got elderly parents you got to take care of. Some of y'all are caregivers. Like, then you got pets, so you got your dogs that you got to walk to. And you got to cook, you got to clean, you got to make sure you sleep enough at night. I mean, come on. Y'all got so much going on. The plate is overflowing. So my thing is, why go do 45, 60-minute workouts and do all this extra shit, excuse my French, if all it's going to do is burn you out, cause more stress, elevate your cortisol, spike your cortisol levels in your body, and then you step on the scale and you're pissed because the scale not going down. I mean, come on. That's too much. So dial it back and literally follow that methodology with 15-minute workouts at home. using dumbbells and resistance bands. Game changer. Game changer. And let me insert this before I forget too. But we got a new 5-day challenge coming up. It's a back to school challenge that we're doing, for a free challenge for the moms. And it's coming up in a couple weeks. So we're going to start promoting that in the next couple of days. So stay tuned for that. But you'll be introduced inside of that challenge to the exact strategy that I use to put those workouts together. So you'll be able to test them out and kind of pick up on my methodology and my strategy there. So, and then let's talk about the food confusion, the struggle Amanda had when it came to food. So of course, when she came to me, she was like, okay, so basically, like, I'm going to have to go on a diet with you here for this to work. I'm going to have to give up bagels, rice, potatoes, basically like her favorite thing, the starches. I'm sure that you're like, oh yeah, well, me too. Because I mean, I think all of us, our favorite thing to eat is most likely the starches, right? Like, I just spent the last 3 mornings eating bagels with cream cheese. Like, right? Isn't that the best? So Amanda was like, well, in order to lose this weight, right, I'm going to have to like be super strict. I'm going to have to cut everything out. I'm going to have to give up the bagels, the rice, the quinoa, the potatoes, right? But instead, what we did was, okay, so you like to eat bagels for breakfast with a little bit of butter? Wonderful. What you're missing is protein and fiber. So literally every day, it was not about cutting back on what she already was eating and what she loved. It was, how can we add protein to your bagel? How can we add fiber to your breakfast? Oh, you like to eat this granola bar as a snack in the afternoon? Great. Keep the granola bar, but let's add fresh strawberries and raspberries to that snack, because you're missing X amount of fiber every single day. So you can ask Amanda yourself if you want to, but we didn't take none of her existing food choices away. What she was already eating, we kept it. She loves rice. She loves potatoes for dinner. She loves quinoa. That's her thing, right? We kept all of that in place, but instead it was, hey, when you're eating a quinoa for dinner and you eat it with, some grilled chicken strips and some broccoli, for example, or something along and like broccoli and cheese sauce or something like that. What we need to do now is we need to double your portion of broccoli for dinner so that you get more fiber in your system, and we need to double on that portion of grilled chicken because your protein intake is too low. See, so what I always focus on with my clients, and I want you to get this, there's not a single client that has come to me where my conversation is, you need to give up this. You need to give up that. And it's funny because y'all have been conditioned to believe that that is the solution. Because the same way that she said, I'm going to have to give up bagels, rice, blah, 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 she had a preconceived notion of what does it take to lose weight the way that I want to. And so when she came to me, it was like, well, I already know you're going to give me a long list of all the things that I can't eat. And I was like, no, we don't do that here. We do not do that here. None of my clients, and I would venture to say, most of the women that come to me start off the program and say things like, so what is it that I can't eat? And they're always looking baffled and confused when I say, no foods are ever off limits. None of my clients diet. Amanda is not dieting. I don't diet. I do not believe in dieting because none of that is sustainable and does not come with longevity. Yes, all my clients are losing 8 to 10 pounds on average per month, toning up, reversing all their health issues, and they're not dieting. We're not eliminating any of the foods that they're already eating. What we're doing is we are intentionally teaching them, what is it that you need to add to the bagel? What is it that you need to add with the potato? What is it that you need to add to that rice that you be eating for dinner, right? Like a lot of my clients, for example, are Puerto Ricans. And at the center of the Puerto Rican diet is rice. And I remember one of my clients I'm thinking about right now, she was like, well, I'm Puerto Rican, so like, what am I supposed to do? Am I supposed to give up like my cultural habits? And I was like, no, sis, you keep eating your rice. But what we need to focus on is what are we pairing your rice with? That's the game changer, y'all. Drop me some food. Drop me some fire in the comments below if this is making sense, if this is enlightening, is it useful, is it helpful? Because what I want here for you is that you start to think differently about your relationship with food on the weight loss journey for it to be successful. Stop looking for the deprivation, the what do I cut out, what do I eliminate? Because the problem with it is that you continue to stay stuck in the same repetitive yo-yo cycle where you lose 10 pounds maybe because you're cutting everything out, but then you go and you binge at some point to make up for the restrictions. And then you gain 16 pounds back. And that's the cycle. It is a perpetual, toxic, unhealthy cycle where you never really get anywhere, right? Like you always end up back at square one, back at square one, back at square one. So what we do here and what I'm teaching y'all is always sustainability is the key. And no, it doesn't mean that you lose weight at a slower pace. Not at all. And this is proof right here, right? So that's what Amanda's thought process was. But really the focus has been more fiber, more protein. And the aim of that is what? To boost her metabolism. Because when she came to me, her metabolism was too slow. So by making sure that she was getting more of that protein, more of that fiber with the right snacks, with her meals, etc., as they already were, that's what we ended up doing was speeding up that metabolism so that when she's sitting at both of her jobs, because she's sedentary, she ends up burning more calories at rest than she would have before. That's the goal. So that's what you always want to work on, right? And day to day, it was literally like just giving her feedback. Okay, cool. This bagel here with the butter, that's great. Boom. Add this. Add a protein shake. Add some egg whites and put some mozzarella cheese in it or some turkey bacon. Boom. There you go. Right? So that was what it was about. That was the game changer. And then, oops, I don't know why it went to that. So yeah, so that really breaks down the biggest three things that we had to work on when it came to Amanda in order to get her these results that you've seen here from that before and after, for her to drop those first 10 pounds in the first 30 days. Amanda's still with me. So I'm going to give y'all an update once we hit the 60-day mark. But let me tell you that she is blown away. Like every time I talk to her, she's like, I just can't believe this. It's too easy. It's too simple. I just can't believe that these are my results in just 30 days. And she already has to like drop a clothing size, and she's gonna have to go buy some new clothes really soon. But so for Amanda, biggest thing was number one, getting over that mindset struggle and the limiting beliefs. Limiting beliefs being, oh, well, it works for everybody else, but it doesn't work for me. The only way that something is gonna work is if I have no life. I'm spending all kinds of time working out, meal prepping, and all this crazy stuff. But what you do, it only works for these people, for Cher and for Danielle and for Garcia and for whoever, but it's not going to work for me. The other mindset hurdle that she had was, well, it took me an entire 12 months to lose 25 pounds, and maybe I'm just tripping. Maybe that's just the way it's supposed to be. Maybe successful weight loss is just real slow. So when she came into my world, because y'all know I'm blunt, I told her straight up, it don't take no 12 months to lose 25 pounds, honey. Like, you're not doing the right things. I just told her straight up. If it takes you 12 months to lose 25 pounds, you are not using the right strategy and methodology. You're not. You're just not. And so that's what kind of got her to start thinking, oh, okay, I just got the wrong idea of what successful weight loss is supposed to look like and how to get there, right? The second big struggle with her was lack of time, lack of energy, limited bandwidth between two jobs, and a really crazy schedule. And so she was like, she had gotten burned out from the 45 to 60-minute workout sessions. And she was like, that's not realistic. I can't do it anymore. I can't fit that into my life right now. So she just stopped working out altogether. Not knowing that, honey, you can just work out for 15 minutes. Focus on strength training for 15 minutes, 4 days a week. Game changer results, right? So think about it. That means she got better results in a shorter period of time, and she bought her time back. Like imagine for a second, if you out here wasting a whole hour, some of y'all be working out 90 minutes and the results are not there, y'all. Like the results are not there, okay? Think, what if you could lose weight faster, feel better faster, get to your goal a whole lot faster, and you only worked out for 15 minutes? That's over an hour that you're getting back. That means you can take a nap. You can use that hour to play with your kids. How many of y'all complain and say things like, well, I'm gonna have to choose between my kids doing homework with them or reading a book with them, and I just don't have the energy. You just need to work out for 15 minutes intentionally. That gives you that hour back to clean, to take a nap, to go get that pedicure that you've been talking about that you haven't gotten done in forever. And your feet looking rough. Hey, Larkita, right? So that was that second big struggle, was the time component. And hey, I can't be doing all these long workouts. It's not sustainable. It's not realistic for me, right? And then the third one was the whole confusion around food. Like, I don't understand, because I eat healthy. Why am I not losing weight? Why am I at this plateau? Like, the weight is just not moving, right? And oh my God, if I hire Coach Anna, I'm gonna have to give up the bagels, the rice, the potatoes, the fries, the all of that. And I was like, nah, boo, we're not doing that. And Keisha's in the building. She just joined. Y'all can ask Keisha, because she down 60 pounds. And I ain't never told Keisha that she couldn't have this, that, and the third. Eat whatever you want to eat. With Amanda, it was, all right, if you want to keep eating these bagels for breakfast, that's cool. And eat it with the butter, because that's what she does. But we got to add this. Oh, lunch, this is what you like to eat. Fries and whatever, blah, blah, blah. Cool, keep that. But we got to add this. Oh, for dinner, you typically do quinoa or rice with some kind of protein. Wonderful. This is what we need to add, right? And primarily for her was the fiber and the protein intake. It was too low. So we had to focus on how do we add that with the foods that you're already eating and how you're currently living, right? So this is Amanda's, this is the breakdown from Amanda's journey. Laura Keita said, I ain't giving up my bagels, LOL. I know that's what Amanda said. But that's how, in the first 30 days, Amanda was able to lose her first 10 pounds with me. She is in her second month, so I will make sure to update y'all and post the updated pictures as soon as we hit the 60-day mark. But I wanted to make sure that I share this with you, because I got a lot of questions. I got a lot of messages when I posted her story. And I hope that you are taking a lot from this, because again, burning yourself out, that cycle of burnout, because you restrict, then you follow that up by binging. The 10 pounds you lost, you regain 18. The 20 pounds you lost, you regain 30. Like, at some point, enough is enough. Not only is it not pleasant and it causes a lot of mental, emotional frustration and issues, you have to think about the fact that as you get older, as women get older, your metabolism keeps tabs. So it's like, I remember every single time you did a round of keto. I remember every single time you deprived me because you were eating 800 calories and doing Octavia. I remember every single time you did Weight Watchers and blah, 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 and blah, blah, blah. And when you get older, that stuff starts to catch up with you. And then women are out here saying, oh, my metabolism is slow because I'm old. No, it's because you kept restricting for so many years. And eventually your metabolism said, peace, I ain't doing this with you no more. Or you done such an overload of cardio for so many years, right, that your cortisol levels are through the roof, and now your metabolism is slow, and sluggish. You see what I'm saying? So things to consider here, because a lot of you, I know you are doing these things, and I really want you to take heed. For one, it's not necessary. Two, it's not effective. Three, you're going to continue to stay stuck in the same cycles over time. That's why I'm breaking down and I'm doing these case studies every week, every other week, to show y'all this is realistic, this is simple, this is what sustainability looks like, and these chicks are losing weight faster than what y'all doing, and they're keeping the weight off long term. See, it's a totally different way of doing it. So if you are ready for more and you're like, wait a minute, I love this story with Amanda, I love the results, like, you need to teach me what you're doing, like, I need something like that, either DM me or drop in the comments, just put call, CALL, just like a phone call, right? And I'll make sure that we can go ahead and schedule a consultation call. It's a free call where I'm going to literally break down, like, dive deep with you into what you're currently doing, why it's not working, expose all of that, and walk you through what a game plan would look like that gets you to where you want to go, the same way as with Amanda and all these other ladies that I've been giving you all these case studies about, right? So you definitely don't want to miss the opportunity. Plus, I open up some call slots on my schedule, on my calendar for this week. So now is the time to do that, right? So that we can talk about that and talk about your journey. The other thing is, stay tuned, because in the coming weeks, we're going to start promoting in the next couple of days, but at the beginning of September, we're going to go ahead and launch a new free 5-day challenge. It's going to be the back to school challenge, right? And if you are intrigued and you're like, oh my gosh, I need to get like the behind the scenes. What's this like 15-minute workout strategy you're talking about? What does it look like? I need to test this out, which I totally understand. We want to give you the opportunity to do that. So stay tuned. You'll see it. If you're on my email list, we'll just keep track of my feed and things of that nature. And inside of the group, we'll make sure that we share that with everybody. So schedule your consultation call with me, either comment call or just send me a DM and say call, and then we can do that. And next, stay tuned so that you can jump on that opportunity and join us inside of that back to school challenge that is coming up in September. All right, ladies, that is my time. How are y'all feeling? I hope inspired, motivated, but then also that there's some nuggets that y'all picked up on from Amanda's success story that you can start to intentionally incorporate into your journey as of today. Some tangible shifts and tweaks and changes you can start to make so that you can end up getting better results in less time, and stop the freaking yo-yo and the fluctuations and the frustration and all of that. Thank you, Danielle, Larkita, Dulcia, Keisha, Anita was on here too, etc. I don't know. I can't see the names of who's on here currently. But if you're watching this on a replay, make sure to drop a hashtag replay. If you need anything, my inbox is always open to every single one of y'all. Have a beautiful day. Keep a smile on your face. Go into the world and spread love and positivity. And above all, remember that you deserve to live in the body of your dreams. Oh my God, Larkita. Oh my God, Larkita losing weight too. Yes, come on, girl. Larkita to drop down to 131. 6 more pounds to go. Larkita, I'm determined to get them 6 pounds off of you. And before y'all know it, I'm going to have pictures of Larkita up here, and I'm going to do a case study about her too. Yes. All right. Bye, y'all. Peace.